Hattie and I am back with another Create a Sim video. So this time we are going to be creating 3 people for the Gothic Nightmares Club in the Pomegranate Let's Play. So I have 3 Sims here and I don't know how many people have watched the last episode, but it's basically when Jessica Mortray takes over the club and it's now her club. She downgrades Blondie and Blondie is now just an ordinary member in the club. Now there are only 2 places in the club. And there are 3 Sims here, so that means to me that one person in the original Gothic Nightmares is going to get kicked, and I'm not going to tell you who. Of course, there will be drama with that. There will probably be an argument between Jessica and somebody else, but if you have any guesses, then please let me know because I would love to know what you think, and also the reason why they got kicked, because I'm still thinking about the reason. But yeah, I thought 3 new Sims would be a really fun thing to add to the group. And of course, we will be able to extend the group soon, and we will be able to have some more Sims anyway. So I don't think it will really matter, but I think that maybe having some new fresh faces would be really nice for the LP. So this is Brielle Crawford, and she is going to be a potential lover for Jessica Mortray. I think that Jessica is definitely going to fancy Brielle. There's absolutely no way that she wouldn't. She's absolutely her type. She is blonde, she's gothic, and she's everything that Jessica Mortray likes, because she has had flings with Blondie and a few of the other girls actually. But she also likes men, so there's also going to be a potential guy in the group that's going to be coming in, and he will also be potentially somebody for her as well. So we'll just have to see. Now, the interesting thing about Brielle and her backstory is the fact that she is going to want to have a club leadership title herself. So she wants to become a club leader in a group, and she hasn't specified which group that is. But I actually think a part of Brielle would actually like to do what Jessica's done to Blondie and potentially take the group from Jessica's hands. I think that she would like that. So her aspiration in life, once I chose it, was to be the leader of a pack. And I think that she might be a little bit of a backstabber, so we have to watch out for Brielle. I'm not saying anything too much yet, and of course the focus isn't going to be on Brielle throughout the LP, but something might happen there. We just don't know what's going to happen there because I have no idea. But yeah, so this is when I was choosing out her outfits. I thought I'd go for a punky look for her, maybe something not too gothic. Maybe some little punky features there. I think that that's important as well, to be a little bit diverse, because not all goths are gloomy in black outfits. I think sometimes you can be gothic, you can be punky at the same time, and just have little mixes of things, and that's what I really liked about her. So she does. She has on a pair of leggings, and I thought I would put her in leggings because leggings really suited her. And also leggings are really in, so I actually just used the tights, and I don't think that that looks revealing whatsoever. In fact, that looks like a normal outfit for just any average English girl. I'm not even joking. Go around Birmingham and you'll see exactly what I mean. I see so many girls like this, even when it's in winter. So yeah, I thought tights just like that, and maybe just like a tank top. Is it a tank top? I'm not sure. It's a really nice top though. I like it because it looks all layered and fancy, so I thought I'd put her in that. She's got some tattoos as well, which is really interesting, and I think that that gives her a little bit of an edge, and I love them. I actually really wish that we could design our own tattoos. I'm not exactly sure how we would do that, but I'm really looking forward to the day when we can. If there is ever a day, of course, I have no idea. This is when I was doing a formal wear, so a formal wear was in a punky sort of outfit as well. I put her in a purple, black, white dress, something like that, and I thought with dark makeup as well. It just made her look a little bit gothic, and it also made her look as if she didn't try that hard, and I love that sort of look. And I think that she wouldn't. I think she'd probably try very hard with her day wear, but I think when it comes to athletic and things, she'd just be a really chilled out, relaxed person. But Jessica Mortray has to watch out. She seriously does. This was when she was in a sleepwear, so sleepwear is, I think, pretty basic. I didn't want anything too revealing because it just feels weird for me to have teens in really revealing outfits. I think that's just because I would imagine young adults can have that. But for teens, I don't want anything like, I don't know, anything too crazy. This was her party wear. I thought going for the bandage top looked really good on her, and even though it is a little bit revealing, I actually like it. I think it looks very punky, and I did experiment as well with different tights and things to sort of dress it down a bit. I think it looked really good. It reminded me of a sort of Lara Croft outfit, and I think it really suited her, so I was definitely happy with how she turned out there. This was the rest of her makeup though, so I always just experimented different things. The jewelry was too fancy for her. I've never had that before, but yeah, it was way too fancy for her character. And I thought just putting her with some bracelets and things and more eye makeup for the swimwear would look pretty good on her. Now I think these characters in total are probably going to move into the plot where Jessica Moultrie used to live, which was of course the abandoned sort of ruins. I'm not sure what you call it. It's just an absolute horrible place to go. You wouldn't want to live there. But I actually think that's really cool, and I think that if enough people want me to put it on the Sims 4 gallery, then I will. Of course, I'll put any creation on the Sims 4 gallery if people are asking for it. Sometimes I don't put every single thing I create on there because sometimes people don't ask for it. And also the people that just really want to follow my creations for the really the really intricate designs and the real mansions that I do, then, that's where they'll find them. But the other bits and bobs I can still put on if you want me to, but it's completely up to you what you want. This was the second, well, actually, it was the first boy. I was going to say second boy, but it's actually the first boy. He is a very interesting character himself. I think that I would imagine him, after he's finished, to potentially have a love interest with somebody from Team Bro. I would actually really like that. Maybe Jordan Sparks. It's Jordan Sparks? I'm not sure. Maybe one of the others though, and that would be a really cool storyline for him. But of course, the focus isn't going to be on him. I think I will do a Gothic Nightmares episode at some point, which will be a Gothic Nightmares special. But I think that apart from that, I think that I will just sort of focus on the Pomegranates because it is all about them. And even though it is fun to create these characters, and it does give a little bit of a backstory to what's around them, and I love creating new storylines for people. It's something that I really like, and I think that I will carry on with that, of course. But of course, the storyline itself is going to be completely focused on the Pomegranate family. Now this was, I think when I was changing his eyes and stuff, I was definitely doing it. I can see what I was doing at this point. I thought I'd put him with some eyelashes because he looked really strange without eyelashes. I love eyelashes on men. It's just so cute. And it's really strange because I don't associate eyelashes with men. I don't think anybody does, but I just think that it looks really nice. And also for a sim, it just gives a little bit more depth to their face. And also, I think they look really odd without eyelashes. I don't know. Just a personal thing, but I think that that's what I would imagine, and I think that with pale skin like he has, it really stands out and looks really cool. I was also putting him with some eye makeup on because I definitely wanted him to wear some eye makeup. I think he's a little bit more gothic than probably the first person I did. And I think he's probably going to be a miserable sim. He's going to be super gloomy and everything. And I did put him with that hairstyle. He does look a little bit like Joel. And that's just because he's got dark hair and stuff. And I think that, I don't know, I think he still looks nice with dark hair. But I have to be careful, of course, because I don't want to clash characters together or make characters look too similar, because that's just not what I want to do. I was trying to be very, very diverse. I can't remember who he looks like, actually. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think he reminds me of someone. I can't remember. But what I was doing as well is I was changing his skin colour because I thought he looked a little bit better with maybe like an orangey glow. I thought his skin was just too pale, and okay, it's fine having, of course, pale skin like that. But I think with the colours that he was wearing, it just drowned him out. I think that it was definitely a good decision to change it though, and I was happy with how he's turning out at this point. His name was Matty Starkey, which is such a cute name. I'm not sure what his other backstories are going to be or as to how he's ended up in the Gothic Nightmares. I actually think for all these characters, I think they'd just be recruited from the school that Jessica Moultrie goes to, and she would just go and ask some new people if they wanted to join. I think the last character is the one that I really, really love the storyline for though. So Matty Starkey doesn't really have that much about him yet. Haven't really thought about his backstory, but if you think of one for Matty, then please let me know because I'd love to hear it in the comments below. I was just picking his party outfit. I thought maybe a nice shirt for him would look really good, and I love the shirt choices that we do get, but also wanted to dress him down a bit, so I think I went with that one in the end. So a little bit of a change there. Apologies. Then what I was doing is I was adjusting his aspiration in life. I think he wanted to be a friend of the world. He's going to be a kleptomaniac, and he's also going to be jealous. So pretty interesting traits there. So the last sim, I can't remember his name. In fact, we'll find out in a second. But it was also a boy. And I think for him, I would really, really like his storyline to be the fact that he's only joined the group because somebody he fancies is in the group. And that is going to be really interesting in itself, because that might mean that that will cause some drama. I don't know. It might even cause nothing. It might even just be a storyline which absolutely goes nowhere, because sometimes that does happen. I think that if somebody that you did particularly fancy was in a group that you really, really didn't like, then you probably want to join the group anyway. I mean, some people would take it that one step further, and he would definitely do it. So I can't remember his name, and it's super unfortunate, but it will pop up in a second. I think for his facial features, I was trying to go for maybe like an Edward Cullen sort of look, or maybe a Stefan look from the Vampire Diaries. He's quite nice, quite pleasant looking. So yeah, maybe him. I thought Freckles as well, but Freckles didn't really go for him, and I thought that it wouldn't do anything. So I didn't do that in the end. I actually think that freckles look extremely beautiful, and they do suit a lot of people. And it's actually very popular with models to have freckles now. In fact, a lot of models get employed that do have a lot of freckles, because it just looks really, really pretty and also photogenic. And I just think it's one of those things. I think that everybody's going to have things they feel self-conscious about. I think for me, the thing that I always feel self-conscious about is my hair, strangely. I do like the fact that some men can really openly admit that they do wear makeup. I love that. And also, a lot of people that I have dated in the past have worn makeup, concealer, foundation, things like that. My fiance doesn't wear any, but that's just because he has really, really good skin. I think that his outfits finished off with, I think the jumper with the black chain around it. I think I really liked that, so I think that that's how I left it. I can't remember if I changed it though. I was then onto his tattoos. Tattoos are super, super important with the Gothic Nightmares, mainly because a lot of people do have them in there. And I also think it just gives a lot to his character. I was also thinking about maybe having all the Gothic Nightmares having a certain tattoo. If you like that idea, then please let me know, because I could do something like that. I changed his hair to the same as Toby has, so it is that sort of flat do. It's a little bit vampire-ish. He does look a little bit like Damien from the Vampire Diaries now, so a little bit of a change there. But I think that it looks nice, and I think that, of course, if it's in a different colour, it's not going to look the same, and I don't like reusing hairstyles a lot. I think as soon as I have a hairstyle for a certain sim, it just feels strange for me to have the same hairstyle on a different sim. But I still think it looks good, and it does actually suit him, and he looks completely different to Toby. And also, Toby's a young adult now, so I don't know if Toby's in Team Bro anymore, which is really, really sad, but I'm probably going to age him down so he is in Team Bro again. So his name, I think, is Everett something. I think it begins with an S. Yeah, Everett Slater, that's what I ended up calling him. He's a serial romantic. He's going to be jealous, and I think I went with Gloomy in the end, because Gloomy was definitely the best choice for him, and I thought having a gloomy goth in the group would just be so good. Yeah, serial romantic, and I had a little think about it there, but I did go with that in the end. And I think for formal and stuff, it was fairly plain. I mean, I don't know when he'll get a chance to wear his formal stuff, or his athletic stuff, or sleepwear, or, you know, all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I think if I ever do a Gothic Nightmares episode, then of course we will see it. But I think that we'll probably only see it maybe once or twice, which is a shame, of course. But of course, we're just seeing it so we know what he's in. If it ever happens, if we ever have a formal event, I don't know why we would have a formal event. Would we have a prom? That would be really, really interesting to have a prom. I'd love that. I wish we had Generations for The Sims 4, and that would mean that we could potentially have a prom. We did have a prom with The Sims 3, but it wasn't that special, I don't think. I think it was just the fact that your sim went in a dress, got ready, and nothing really happened. But I think that it would be really interesting to actually follow your sim to prom. I'd love that so much. Yeah, so then what I was doing is I was finishing off his party wear. I think he went with a really edgy look. He could actually be in the Renegades if he wanted to. He definitely fits the build for it. I might actually put him in two groups, maybe the Renegades, maybe the Gothic Nightmares. Maybe he is, Max is like secret spy or something. I don't know. But that is the end of the Create a Sim. So I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you all for the Let's Play. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.